Well, Houston, we have a problem. And that problem is one of those really fun center pivot irrigation systems that spits water out. Well, it is stuck in the mud, and so yes, that does happen. So we are headed over there to pull it out, and with this good old tractor here, and so we'll show you what that's like. This is definitely more fun when the corn isn't out of the ground. It's no fun in the middle of the summer when the corn is like 10 feet tall and you have to pull them out. But so we'll show you what it looks like. Here's Ethan and Kaylee. They're going to help. You got to operate the pivot while someone else pulls it out. So that's what they're going to do. They're all set up there. That is the problem. I don't know if you can see it as I get closer, but it's not so much this front tire that's the problem, but it's the back tire that's the problem. So we're going to pull on up there, see what we can do. So that is as stuck gets right there. We're going to find out why and see if we can pull it out. And how you pull it out, simply with this chain. So we will wrap this chain like so. There we go. And I will probably just put this chain up here on this 3-point. They normally don't pull very hard. So we'll keep watching. When the circle gets out of alignment, that's what shuts it down. Gets stuck, they are all in line, so you have to line them up. And then after they're lined up, you can send it forward again. There it goes. So now we're going to pull. So now we're pulling it out. See, it's climbing up out of there. It's climbing up out. Now when the wheels stop moving, we stop. We want to make sure that it got out. So we'll see if the wheels turn, and we always make sure, see if it spins some more, it won't go. So we need to help it a little bit more. It's coming right out though. And that's how you pull a center pivot out. Not my favorite thing to do though. Absolutely not. So what we're going to do is we're going to have Ethan stop it. And then when he stops it, we'll start it back up. Now this is a deep, hey look, there's a little mouse. There's a little mouse crawling up my leg. You ever had a little mouse crawl up your leg? There, he's hiding from us. We'll just let him be. Look at the hole. And we'll have to do something with that hole. So we'll get the chain off of here. We'll We'll get this circle moving. We'll get this thing pumping water again. If you've never had a mouse try to run up your leg, you haven't lived. That's just the truth. But there's always this field full of them. My wife always wants to get them, say, why do so many want in the house? Well, the reason is because there's a lot out in these fields. So this is actually right by my house. You can probably see it behind me. That's our house over there. So the Ethan's starting a circle. There should be water coming pretty soon. Look at that sunset, and the water is coming. Here comes the water. So the interesting thing is all these wheels that goes in a circle, they take turns moving. And so the ones at the end move faster. They're really pretty interesting machines. And if you've never been around one, you're like, wow, I wouldn't have thought of that. This is an old one, there's no doubt. And so the system's getting ready to pressure up. We'll let it pressure up and then we'll get on out of here. There's pressuring up. Shoots way out there. All right, we're going. Now sometimes irrigation is called irritation, and that's because it's irritating when things like that happen. But when it's dry like it is now, and probably in the next week, I'll show you some of our wheat that is so dry it is dying, that we are so grateful to have some of these giant sprinklers, because even in dry years we can raise crops. And here in Kansas, if you're 100% dryland farmer without irrigation, life is pretty tough. It really is. I respect the heck out of those guys, but we're grateful that we have some of these giant sprinklers that go round and around, even though we always have problems with them and they're irritating most of the time. Has a nice light on the end of it to let you know it's working in the dark. And then we have a nice fountain, as my kids called it when they were little. The little fountain on the end, we call it an end gun. And I'm driving through some of our beautiful wheat that's not so beautiful. I'm kind of glad it's watering part of it, but getting a little wet here. It's pretty cool, right? But you can see the wheat if you look real close at it. You can see those brown spots right there. And this is a Monday night. There's no rain in the forecast for the next week. If it doesn't rain this week, a lot of this wheat will be not just severely damaged, but probably dead. So we're in desperate need of a drink of water. And we can't put water on this. It's funny, we can water this, but we can't water this. And so this is what is going to get mighty brown. So we're hoping and praying for a rain. But as we always say, you know, we're people of great faith. That's what my grandpa Elliot would say. He's like, God brings the rain when he wants, and other times he's trying to teach you a lesson. And the lesson sometimes is try again. And so that's what we'll do. We'll try again. So probably tomorrow or the next day, I'll probably make one video out of this, is I'll actually take you with me to dig up some corn that is sprouted. It's starting to grow. It isn't out of the ground yet. And then I'll probably show you some of the beautiful wheat that I actually don't like looking at right now. And we'll just kind of look at where we're at and check some of our soybean fields and stuff. So we'll see you, Ethan and Kaylee. I have no idea what they're doing out there in the middle of the field. But we'll check you later.